Hello everybody, it's your boy, Good Marvelous. We're going to be commentating a cash refresh match between the Ghost Branch's own Conphas and Loveless on JNet. So we're just waiting for them to create the game with spectators enabled, and we will be good to go. Hope everybody's having a good night. Hope everybody can hear me okay relative to the music. Hey, Zareth Games, thank you very much for the subscription. Very rad. Thank you so much. It's your boy, Yukon Cornelius. So, we should have open hands once we get in, which would be exciting. Yo Balder, yo, here, you want up so that your adoring public can see you? Ah. My little dude. I'm ready. If I ever become a supervillain, I have the appropriate cat ready and waiting. Speaking of cats, there was a discussion a while back on the internet about how Inspector Gadget is a cyberpunk story. Oh, we're go for launch here. Zareth, I'm very well. Went to a birthday party for one of my friend's children, and my daughter Cassie got to have a great time hanging out. Now she's very tired. I had some delicious Indian food. Now we're gonna do some Netrunner. Alright, so Conphas is on. Let me increase. Oh, thank you for the sneeze, Balder. Wouldn't be a stream without you sneezing on me. Alright, so we have Thomas on Jemison and Freedom on Loveless on Freedom, and these are okay. Both of them have like okay-ish opening hands. They're not great. I would say that Thomas's is probably better than Loveless's. I don't know. If I was Loveless here, I might throw this back just because there's no money or acceleration. The virus breeding gowns are good, but everything else is kind of iffy. Yeah. So pad tap, I've had worse. HQ interface, interesting. And that's like a C- hand for like a B-. So Thomas is throwing the Enigma down and getting the KP Lin, trying to bluff as the rush. There's the vengeance. So pad tap goes down, checking HQ. I wonder if Loveless. Yeah, Loveless is probably gonna. I was gonna say gonna take the money to trash just because the O berths are so valuable to Thomas. Any fast advance tool that they can get rid of. Now Thomas is in kind of a weird space because he has no idea whether or not it's safe to put the Atlas down. You know, that's the problem that you can play with Anarch. He's not going to go for it, okay. He's just going to ice up HQ with the Tithonium. I don't know. Maybe it was the right choice to Windmill, because at least the Enigma he could res. This is tough. He might lose the Atlas here. It's tough though, because you never know what an Anarch player is holding. You never know when somebody has something to cheat their way into a server. So we see just trying to get as many accesses. So one issue that Loveless is having is that Loveless doesn't really have any money cards. Pad Tap is good, but it's really more like drip than anything else. Alright. If you're not going to settle, you got to go, my dude. Alright, so we see some draw. Loveless is digging for money. I imagine that we're going to see Loveless click for a credit and then sure gamble. Maybe put the Clan Vengeance down. I can't imagine the knob going down this turn. And they probably don't want to tip their hand on the HQ interface until they're ready to run. Or maybe nothing. They might just click for a credit and drop something. Ooh, the knob going down. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that hand. That basically erased the tempo that they got from playing the sure gamble entirely. Alright, so the Oberth is going in there and moneying up. Now, as we know from our own experience playing, if Thomas can kind of flip the switch on the Jemison chain of agendas, he's really going to start running away with this game, which is very exciting. Thomas also got rid of the Pad Tap, which is an especially good play now that Loveless impacted their own economy by installing Knob early. Pop-Up's going to do some work here, assuming that Loveless doesn't get an agenda each time. Because that's a risk that you take. He doesn't res here. He tips a little bit of his hand here by just letting them see the Neural EMP, but it wasn't worth 9 credits just to keep them from seeing a Neural EMP, not when most of the negatives of Tithonium aren't going to land. So that's good. He can windmill that false lead right into the agent. Please, please put it in this. Okay. Yeah, that's got to go into the server. Ooh, Overseer Matrix. That's a really nice include. Since the Jemison likes to stack all these upgrades in a server. So new Pad Tap, 0 of course is in this deck, and Day Job. Yo, dude, just settle. You got all the space that you could want. Just relax. I got you. I'll pet you. 0 goes down. So, pop-up is now a liability for this. Oof. Tomas, you gotta get this scored. Hey, Commander Root, thanks for the follow. Alright, so Thomas is not in the best shape, especially as a combo deck here. Just scored out, my dude. Hey Chris, welcome, welcome. So there is a Gordian in play. So now is a great opportunity for Thomas to res and get rid of that clan vengeance. Oof. We got Tithoniums. Unfortunately, the KP Lens and the Overseer Matrix I don't think are going to do a ton, because Freedom is perfectly content to just hammer Centrals. I imagine the last click will probably be putting the Virus Breeding Ground down. Thomas has got to start rezzing End to run ice, or he's gonna lose this game. Like no contest, lose it. How you doing, boss man? Alright. Thomas, hopefully now that you've got... Hopefully now that you've got the standoffs, you're actually gonna res on ice. If you don't start ending the run, things are going to get real spoopy for you real fast. Now I wonder if Loveless here is going to play Day Job. Yeah, okay, so... Whew. I believe Thomas can put this down with Armed Intimidation and Oberth and just go for it. Which means that Loveless will have to take the tags because they can't take the damage. It's beautiful. The first card in the remote is KP Lin. And they have to take the tags here because they can't take the damage. It's exciting. Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit more. Whew. So hypothetically here, Thomas can just use the 24/7 news. Oh, why didn't he just use the 24/7 news cycle? Alright, so we now have the winning agenda in the remote. Res it? Why wouldn't you res it? If Thomas reses this here with the false lead, or even without the false lead, he can get rid of both of these programs and the Clan Vengeance. Like he's got to play this here. Res it. Oh, thank God. Yeah, there's no... Because this is back-breaking for his opponent. Because now the remote is no longer under threat. The other one, if they run R&D, he can sack the false lead and put the 2 advancement counters on Armed Intimidation. And Thomas gets to get rid of the Clan Vengeance here, so his combo is no longer under threat. Yeah, this is so good. I think he's got it. I believe they're chatting, so I think they're chatting on Slack. Thomas got it. Good game. This is part of an online tournament. Sometimes you intimidate people in a belligerent fashion. Living that 2 tag life, you know? Excuse me. All right, now we're on to the opposite side. Thomas playing his boy. Loveless is on red tree. So this could be a very short game, depending on how things go for Thomas. Did he take always be running? This is wild. Things are about to get spicy up in here. I need like a chili pepper. Walter, why are you so snotty? Are you allergic to yourself? Yeah. This is some bold play. These are bold plays we're seeing. While we're waiting, I will just say that DJ Fenris in my Geist deck is so good. What's really funny is I've been using it for Haley a lot of the time for setup, but some of the times I'll do Quetzal just to be able to deal really cheaply with big barriers out of like SSO and stuff, and it's surprisingly good. Walter, you are just shedding hair all over me. It's been summer for weeks. How are you still shedding this much? Yeah, Find the Truth isn't in Cash Refresh. So he's back to being safety last, Adam. Ugh, Psychic Field. Alright. Nope. Just relax, dude. This could be over quick if Thomas runs that card. Bold move. Icing a Psychic Field. I wonder if Thomas will take that. Yeah, I still haven't gotten a copy, but hopefully soon. I think he made the right choice. He's really not off to a bad start here. I feel like if I was Loveless here, I might have just jammed the viral weaponization. Balder. Jeez. Just have a bunch of his cat hairs stuck to my glasses now. Thomas is probably going to click for a credit here, play Sure Gamble, and then drop Armitage. That works too. If y'all want to see some spicy stuff, I got some spicy stuff for you. Oh, one of the viral. Oh, it's the NGO. Alright, so Thomas is going to go for it. I have a source. I just have not physically received it. Celeb gift. Thomas knows he's now got a decent chance of ripping an agenda. Jackpot is an interesting choice in Adam. Some of them code bustings. Thomas is gonna go back in. He's probably digging to get to 5 points so he can kind of take a breath and wait for that viral weaponization to hit the server. Without Find the Truth and Corporate Defector, Thomas is really looking to always see, if possible, what the corp is getting into their hand, so he knows what he needs to run. So the viral weaponization is going into the server, which is not a bad play. I almost would have liked to have seen them over advance it to bluff it as the NGO. I don't have his deck list. We can ask him afterwards. Thomas is probably going to force the res here. Maybe not. We see an independent thinking getting played. So he's going to get rid of the Shadow Net. Probably always be running. Excuse me. He undoes the click. He has to know that that's the viral weaponization, so anything he doesn't play is gone. Oh, it's the Obicata. Now I get it. Oh my lord. Alright, so unfortunately, that viral weaponization is going to get rid of 2 very powerful cards out of his deck. But the nice thing is that R&D is still open for Thomas to run. Oh, he's on Pirate Adam. Interesting. So I imagine that Surveyor is probably going to go on R&D, and then the Rashid is going to go, and they're going to try to set up for another hand wipe. I mean, I guess they could just hold it and hit the money instead. Hit the IPO and just hold the Surveyor. Yep. Thomas, be bold. Oof, that Mad Dash is blank as hell. Alright, Next, Rashida's getting res, so it's going to be a 4-card opener for Loveless on this turn. You guys like my shirt, Yuri Cat Garen? Inazuma, interesting. And Code Replicator, which is, you know, not surprising. Ooh, a snare. That certainly makes HQ a lot safer. Thomas is probably not going to run anything that goes into a remote that's not advanced. So the snare is probably best used in their hand. Thomas is not going to run that until it has advancements on it. Old beep boops. I don't know if I would celebrity gift this hand, just because it lets them know that the next thing that you advance is not an agenda. How many employee strikes? Oof, all 3 are in the trash. Logic Bomb's a really good card for Thomas. Yeah, to a degree here, now that Thomas has Love Good for ABR, he can kind of just camp and wait for something to be put into the remote that actually has advancement counters on it. He's not in a rush. The onus of putting pressure on is on Loveless. And I think especially against Adam, those snares are better in the hand. Look at all these resources. Having seen the snare, Thomas is probably not going to run HQ again. He'll wait for something to go into the remote that has a advancement counter on it. Now, Thomas also knows that there's a lot of Loveless can res anything that Red Tree plays, so Thomas has to be careful and conscientious with his runs, because you know, resing DNA tracker, what have you, it's not impactful. Putting that wild snare out there. No, I think that was the wrong click. Ooh, rip deal. Wow. Alright. So now we see going in the card with 2 advancements on it. There's 1 code replicator in there. What's he gonna be rip dealing for? Logic bomb, maybe? Thomas is thinking he needs a bigger hand, which isn't necessarily unfair. Yeah, Thomas has got that big hand size now. It's gonna make him a lot safer. That SSL's probably gonna end up getting scored here. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. So we're all tied up. Well, not tied up, but basically next score or steal ends the game, because I don't believe that Loveless is playing any 1-pointers. So, but Thomas has the ability to break 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2 surveyors. Has the lister for 1 run to make Amakua super jacked. Has another Jabali, or Jabahali. That's a big deal. Another logic bomb's huge. He's holding it in reserve though. Or just the deep data mining. Deep data mining is real good. Now, one thing we have to worry about is Thomas getting baited into this by them putting a new code replicator in. I'm hoping that what's going to happen here is that Thomas will just ignore that and deep data mine. Put down the logic bomb. Just deep data mine. No logic bomb, okay. You got to dig deep. Miraju's not even really worth resin here. I don't think. Inazuma certainly isn't. Yeah, that's not gonna matter. Alright. Thomas should win on this poll. I honestly don't see how he doesn't. Wow. Whiff City. But that means there's no agendas for a while. And Thomas gets another deep data mining. Okay, so they're gonna try to bait him into the gene splicer, which is perfectly valid. I have too many coffee mugs. I don't know which one is my fresh one. Don't fall for the bait, Thomas. You know their hand. They showed it to you. They showed you the gene splicer. There's nothing that they've drawn that you haven't seen. Now, Thomas is not going to lose here, but Thomas could very seriously lose some tools, being forced to go through all this ice a ton of times. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, he's not gonna do it. Good. No, it's not a good game because that shit's a trap. Fun fact, Logic Bomb is not unique, my dudes. I wonder how many deep data minings he's on. Probably 3, right? I would think 3. Because each of these things are only 1, so if he has a full set of those, that's only 18 influence. Plus these makes 21. Plus these makes 24, and then 1 Rip Deal makes 25. Thomas is gonna say, hey, show me that fresh card. There we go. Good game. Good game. Well played. Thomas gets the sweep. What a good game. Alright everyone, well thanks for tuning in and hanging out for a little bit. I'm just trying to bring you guys and girls as much, and Quetzals, as many, much Netrunner content as I possibly can. And until I see all of you lovely people again, always be running.